answer a couple questions that a couple people have dropped in on my Instagram or Facebook. I want to clarify a couple things for individuals that have these questions. I love doing that. If it helps you, if it helps your kids, if it helps anybody out there listening, I like that. And it's my pleasure doing this. So keep the questions coming. You could drop them in the comments. Let me know how you feeling about certain things that I said or whatnot. And I'm going to go ahead and get back to you. So what it means to me today to be black and Mexican is that I can be that key to that door that needs to be open. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kids out there that don't know what the fuck is going on. Feel me? I was that child. I didn't know what was going on. My Hefa told me that I was Mexican, be proud of it. She told me that my grandpa was this person and my grandma was that person, And when I would go out to the streets, the kids would tell me different. You feel me? Even though they're little kids, I'm a little kid as well. So when this individual on my level is telling me that I'm black and I'm not who I say I am, and my mom ain't who she says she is, I'm adopted, you start believing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think I could bring a lot of clarification to a lot of kids out there, and I can help a lot of parents, that didn't go through that thing or that struggle personally, so I can let them know, this is what it is. This is why your kid feels that way. You know what I'm saying? You can do everything you think you're doing right, but at the end of the day, you're not hitting the certain topics that you should be.
Homie, my life hella crazy since back when I was a baby. All the boys call me nigga. All the girls treated me shady.
And I've had a lot of experiences growing up. I'll start from when I was a kid. I went through a lot of prejudice, things that kids aren't doing with the intent to cause harm to you. They're doing it just to be funny, to be the cool kid. But at the end of the day, you take that home with you. In my situation, when I was growing up, I would have a lot of kids that would tell me things that like, why am I black? Or just openly tell me, you're black, laugh about it. Or tell me that I'm adopted, that that's not my mom. And at some point, I started believing things. Even though when I left my house, my mom would tell me, like, be proud of who you are, you're black and Mexican. And I felt that in my heart that I was my mom's son. But what these kids do, not knowing, like I said, because at the end of the day, you guys could still laugh and tell jokes about other people or the teachers. You guys are still friends, but when you go home, it does traumatize you. You still have it in your heart, in your head. And I never understood why my mom would tell me, here, mijo, tengo el video cuando naciste. It's like, I got the video when you born. I used to watch it like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch this. I don't want, what is this? But she was doing that because she knew what I was going to go through in life. And she knew what people would tell me in life. So I thank her for that. Because that really helped me put a block to a lot of questions that I had within myself. And then as I got a little older, as a young teen, I was going through a lot of stuff in middle and high school. Like, people weren't so open about it because I was older. So, it would cause a fight or an argument or tension between the two people. So the people that knew Spanish would just say things in Spanish about me, not knowing that that's my primary language. So I would go through a lot of things like that, a lot of racism as a child, as a young teen, excuse me. And then when I became an adult and I started being in the streets a lot, I would come across individuals that just yell it out, like, fuck this and fuck that, on the brown and the black side. Like, when I was in predominantly Hispanic areas, they'll just yell it out because of my skin color. And then when I'm on the black side, they'll just point it out, like, you're not black, you're a southerner, you're a Mexican, huh? And then I start going to jail, start going to prison, and that was a whole experience in itself. Besides, having to deal with being away with your family and the COs, the sheriffs. I would hit every different yard and have to reintroduce myself as a Hispanic. I would let people know, I'm a homie, I'm a Southerner. And it's funny because when I used to go into the cells, they would crack the COs would crack the cells open, and they'll see the new person that's coming in. So automatically, the person already living in that cell would come out and look at who's coming. So prior to me hitting that cell, they'll come outside and be like, "Hold up, like this is a Hispanic cell," and then I'll let them know what time it is. And it was just over and over and over. Every yard I
Y'all
hit,
that I hit up. I approached the homies, they got up. They was tripping cause of my skin, bruh. I show my love and loyalty, kept it 101.
And with my son, I'm trying to teach him that it's not about your ethnicity, because my son is black, Mexican, and Salvadorian. So I try to teach him that it's not about your ethnicity. It's about who you are as a person. It's about what you're willing to do for the next person. That's how people view and judge you at the end of the day. As a kid, you're going to go through struggles, you're going to go through all these things, but it doesn't really mean nothing. You're going to get through that. And you're only going to know a handful of these children when you're an adult. So, just focus on yourself. Focus on your future, because there's people out there that need you. I clarify that. I make that clear to him. Like, people need you out there. People need to hear you out there. And they're going to love you for who you are, not because of your skin color, not because of the way you sound. So I try to teach him that he has to take everything in that he's going to go through being a biracial kid and just use that to bring him up. Try to teach people instead of hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a time and a place for everything, but as a child, I try to teach him what's right and what's wrong. I try to teach him psychological tools. And at the end of the day, I try to teach him what my Hefa taught me. Love is everything.
Told them that I was Mexican. They would laugh and call me crazy. Hourly thought told me what's in my heart is what matters, and that never changed me.
When I encounter prejudiced people, I don't just put a stop to it, and deal with it. I'm not gonna lie and say that there ain't times that I do react negatively, but at the end of the confrontation, if it's not to the point that I gotta skirt off because of what transpired, I try to educate these people, and if they just have a roadblock in their brain and they're stuck with their beliefs, I at least try to plant that seed, so I could say I did my part. I try to steer you in the right direction. You want to go left and run into a wreck at the end of the day, that's on you. But I always respect people's views, You never know what this individual went through that made him build that wall so high. Who am I to come and just try to knock that shit down? So, I try to educate people and show them that life's not about color. It's about what you got in your heart. Yeah, I feel being Blaxican is being accepted more. I think being biracial is being accepted more as a whole, due to the fact that a lot of these people's kids that are high in rank, I guess you can say, in society, these kids are biracial. So they're probably doing things about it. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get more therapy going on, in schools, from schools to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's affecting them. When we should have been targeted this back in the day when it was affecting, us, the minorities, the people that are actually out here struggling. But yeah, I really do think it's being accepted more. And thanks to people like me, and there's a lot more trying to make a movement, but thanks to people like me, we're gonna keep pushing for that. and we're gonna make sure that we touch as many lives as we can. A lot of people ain't gonna like that, and are gonna try to knock it, but you know, until I'm gone, I'ma chase what I feel is right.
Hunting, looking for answers. I hit the streets and I act up. They yell out, fuck niggas and blast, bruh. That's when I decided to strap up. I got the burner.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and log out of here. Gracias for everybody who tuned in. You already know you're highly appreciated. For all of you that don't know, my music is now on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube Music. Go ahead and check me out. Download me. And for you guys that are not on my Instagram, go ahead and hit me at King Neeko. You have any questions, anything you want me to elaborate in particular, just go ahead and drop your comments, and I'll be more than happy to hit it on the next one. Gracias. We're gonna keep pushing, you know, till we get to where we're going. Then I'm gonna make that impact. We gonna make that impact. K-Life, baby.
Cause I've been through so much shit in my life.